Now tell me who could stop me. I'm in the zone. Competition's none in a league of my own. All about the W. I'ma bring it home when it's over with. I'ma be the king of the throne. Now who could stop me? I'm in the zone. Competition's none in a league of my own. All about the W. I'ma bring it home when it's over with. I'ma be the king of the throne.
Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Diviner Zach here, and like I said, this is my upload on Monday. I just arrived in Florida. I didn't just arrive. I actually got here on Sunday, and I just really didn't feel like making a video or anything. I just had taken like a 20-hour car ride, and honestly, it just didn't feel like doing anything except for kind of relaxing at our pool and, you know, just sitting around the house. So that is why I didn't make a video yesterday, even though I could have, but hopefully this one will go up Monday. I am recording this on Monday, but it's kind of late at night. It's like, what is it right now? Almost 6:40, and it's not really late, but my computer takes forever to render because I have a pretty shitty version of Sony Vegas, which I've said before in older videos, and I also have not the strongest of computers, so it kind of takes a bit to load or render. So this honestly might take like 2 hours, or it'll probably take longer than 2 hours to render this video out, and I don't feel like uploading at like 10, so this honestly might go up on Tuesday. So if it is up on Tuesday, you know, sorry I didn't get this out Monday like I had said, like I was going to, but I would have done it earlier, but we kept having power outages because it was raining pretty hard for like an hour. So I couldn't record the gameplay in theater, and, you know, whatever. It's not a big deal, I'm sure, to any of you guys, but the gameplay you are watching, I obviously should touch up on this, even though it will say in the title, is a 116-6 quad MOAB on Arcaden, which I really did not expect to get a quad MOAB on. You know, Arcaden, it's a good map, but it's not my best map by any means. Arcaden, in my opinion, is really hard to play, just based on the fact that, you know, if people know what you're doing and, you know, they have any sort of common sense, or even if they're just douchebags who have no clue what's going on and just naturally camp, they'll sit there and they'll stare at the staircase that you can run down from Montage Room, and they'll like either head glitch behind the dumpster, or they'll just be in some spot set up there so that you really can't run down there, and they'll just pick you off as you go down the stairs, or they'll wait at the top of the stairs for you to come around, and they'll kill you that way, or just there's only two spots that you really run to from Arcaden. Or how do you pronounce the map? I really don't know. It's Arcaden or Arcaden. I always call it Arcaden. I said at the beginning of this commentary Arcaden because that's what other people call it. I don't know. Whatever. You know what I mean when I say it. But you know, that's the only real spots that you run to on this map. You run down the staircase and go to the end of the C flag and run and kill all the people that are around there. You go back up the stairs. But it's in my opinion a really hard map to play, honestly, just because, like I said, people can kill you so easily. They just wait at the staircases, and it's a real pain in the ass. And this whole day that I was playing this, I actually wasn't playing Arcaden at all, and then this was the first game that I had played on this map, because normally I just skip over it sometimes. I do play it quite often, but I skip over it a lot just because, like I said, I usually play against douchebags, and the map can really drive me crazy. But I'm happy I did play on it this time, because obviously it turned out in my favor. I got a quad MOAB. You know, this is not my best quad. Only 116 kills for a quad. The last MOAB didn't get any kills, but I do think this was pretty fast-paced when I was going back and watching it. It was definitely a really good gameplay. Typically, a quad MOAB isn't going to be the worst gameplay in the world, but yeah, this really just wasn't the map I was expecting to get another quad on. Obviously, I know I can get more on Seatown, but I really expected my one on another map would be on like Bootleg or Resistance or something like that. But I don't know, I'm not complaining. Obviously, a quad is a quad. I'm not complaining that I didn't get it on a different map. Sorry, I kind of have something up in my throat. It felt like I had to, like, I don't know. Didn't feel good. Just had a weird throat thing right there. So, anyways, this is kind of off topic. That commentary for a second right there. So, sorry that there's a little split in the commentaries right here, but it only took like 30 seconds in between where I was just talking and restarting this commentary. So yeah, that's my bad, guys. Just kind of messed up a little bit. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is support. You know, obviously back in the day, of Modern Warfare 3, support got a lot of bashing on it, and Black Ops 2, I'm sure support, even though I don't really keep up with Black Ops 2 as much anymore, I'm sure that people hate on support in that game as well, and that, you know, oh, if you run in a full party, you kind of suck. I know Fearcrad's made a video recently, and it wasn't a calling out videos, it was just his opinion on support. So I'm going to give mine also, and you know, my opinion on support, obviously I run in full teams, and I think support in a way is a good thing, and in a way a bad thing. Support on Modern Warfare 3, I think, was a lot different than Black Ops 2 support. Support on Modern Warfare 3, you could get your multi-MOABs and all that, and Black Ops 2 support, I don't know, I think it's kind of stupid, honestly, because Black Ops 2 support, you pretty much stay in the spawn at the entire time. People just spawn like right around you. Like there's the, what's that map, Yemen, you can just stay in that building and then they spawn right behind you, and you can pretty much just pick them off as they spawn directly behind you. You know where they are at all times because there's a VSAT. And in my opinion, Black Ops 2 support is kind of stupid. It's not really the hardest thing in the world. If you have any sort of gun skill, you should be able to get a 200 plus, and I don't know, maybe somebody's sitting there thinking, oh, why don't you have a 200 plus then? I've only ran in a full team one time on Black Ops 2, and I got a full 3 games played on it because every single time I tried getting into a lobby, it just lagged out our team, and, you know, I don't care for Black Ops 2 as much, so I just said, okay, I'm getting back on Modern Warfare 3. So that's why I don't have a 200 plus. 200 plus really wouldn't be that hard. It's just, all a 200 plus comes down to is, you know, not having an enemy team that rage quits and having a good support team. Because at Black Ops 2, if your team is pretty much more important than the player almost. Just because the teams on Black Ops 2, if your teammates aren't getting constant VSATs and stuff, you aren't going to get a good support gameplay. But if your teammates are getting constant VSATs, you should be able to get, you know, your 200 pluses and all that. I really don't think it's that hard. That's why I think Black Ops 2 support's kind of stupid, though, because, I mean, you have a VSAT up at all times. You know where the people are. You don't even have to have good spawn knowledge. You just know where the people are at all times. I just don't think it's very skillful, honestly. And people might argue, you know, Modern Warfare 3 support isn't very skillful either, and I beg to differ with that. You know, if it's not skillful, we'd be seeing a hell of a lot more Penta MOABs. We'd be seeing a Hexa MOAB by now, and all that stuff. I mean, it's in Modern Warfare 3. It's you, your gun against 9 people. If it really comes down to it, it's you against 9 people in the spawn. You know, there's always the controversies, like, you know, OJ Nasty's not really that good of a player. He couldn't do anything without support. That was always a big thing back in Modern Warfare 3. And, you know, people think the ballistic vest changes the game. You get an extra bullet that you can take. Woo. But I don't know. I think the support on Modern Warfare 3 really wasn't that bad, because, you know, it was still hard. It's still, people can still shoot you back. You don't know where the people are at all times. I mean, Assassin can block you from a UAV, advanced UAV, and all that. More comes down to your spawn knowledge and your gun skill, and that's what I really liked. You know, no matter who you were, not everybody could just go in and do well, and there's less than, I don't know, there's not like super great players that can still go in and get 200 pluses. There's not anybody who's not a good player that can go in and get a quad MOAB, and I like that because I don't know, it's actually shows a lot more skill, I think, just because, you know, you have to get all your kills with your guns, or you don't have to, you can run assault, but you get all your kills with your guns, and I don't know, I think it's just a lot better. I think it's a lot different than Black Ops 2 support. Just like I said, I don't know, I think it's a lot harder because it's you against 9 people with just your gun, not a bunch of streaks doing work for you. So, I don't know, that's my opinions on support. I don't think support's by any means a bad thing. I think it's kind of sometimes stupid, just because if you don't run support, you kind of get left behind. You don't get seen as a good player or anything, just because your solo gameplays aren't obviously going to add up to that of support players. But anyways, I'm kind of out of time here, so be sure to subscribe. Let's go for 100 likes on this video. I know we can hit that for a quad MOAB, and I'll see you guys in the next video.